Ayan, magandang hapon po sa lahat po nanonood ng Litrato Philippines sa araw po ng Martes, no? Sorry. Ayan, at araw po ng Martes at September 27, no? Inibitahan po muna namin kayo lahat manood ng programa Litrato Philippines. Papapanood nyo kami ng live by Sky Cable Channel 224 at sa lahat po ng TV boxes and DTT boxes nationwide. At syempre, mapapakinggan nyo rin po kami sa aming talapitan, DCRJ10AM, at sa aming mga social media account, facebook.com/DCRJ10AM, at ang aming YouTube channel, DCRJ10AM, Radyo Bandido. And of course, meron din po kaming TikTok account, DCRJ10AM, at meron din po kaming apps, no? Stream apps and Radio Garden app. Then search DCRJ10AM. At after dun, no, mapapakinggan nyo kami worldwide by tuning in, no? And search DCRJ sa Stream Apps and Radio Garden app. Napakasimple po, no? At mapapakinggan nyo na po kami sa buong mundo. Ayan, opo, papasukin muna natin mga report. Anyway, may mga report po muna tayo, no? Galing sa ating mga reporter. And eto po sila, no? Unahin po muna natin itong kay Nolan Ariola. 9 Filipino Foundation maglulunsad ng year-long celebration sa November. Mula sa report ni Nolan Ariola. Sir Nolan, go ahead po.
Nakatagdang magdiwang lang ika-50 anibersaryo ang Nayong Filipino Foundation o NPF sa Nobyembre ngayong taon. Bahagi ng kanilang mga aktibidad ang makapagtanim ng 400 puno sa 9.5 hektaryang lupain na ito ng Nayong Pilipino sa tinaguriang Entertainment City sa lungsod ng Parañaque bago magtapos ang taon. Kamakailan nakapagtanim ng 170 batpino ang NPF na isang attached agency ng Department of Tourism, katuwang ang iba pang ahensya ng gobyerno, private sector, civil society groups at Rotary Club Kanlubang bilang bahagi ng pagdiriwang ng World Environmental Health Day ngayong araw. Ayon kay NPF Executive Director Jerty Duran Batucabe, layon umano ng grupo na makapagtanim ng mas marami pang puno para makapaglunsad ng nature park at biking trail, kasabay nito ang berdeng kapaligiran at pagpapaganda ng paligid.
Is 9.5 hectares. So yan po ngayon, tinatanong niya ako, we're trying to develop in our small little way, trying to develop this into a park because right now, ang history po niyan, 2 years ago, before COVID, President Duterte gave us the go signal to start the park, no? But COVID happened and yung 2 billion na allotted funds for us was used under the Bayanihan law, wherein that was a COVID response of the government, of the COVID fund. So, yun po ang story noon. Nawala. So, meantime, during the pandemic, may mga iba pa po kaming mandato which we went into, like the research and the cultural leadership training. Yun po ang dine-develop namin. Kasi, yun po, mandato naman po talaga ng Nayong Pilipino. But we all know, for all us millennials, that Nayong Pilipino is the park. The one in the old Lia, no? So, ito na po ito ngayon, kasalukuyang masukal at wala, no activity. So, kami po, the present administration, officers and employees are trying to develop it. We have come up with a comprehensive master plan na sana ma-develop ito. So kasalukuyan, ang pinakauna ginagawa namin is tree planting. Sabi nga kanina po ng aking Deputy Executive Director, yung mga tree planting na ginagawa namin yun na po ay sang-ayon na sa master plan. Para pag nagtayo na ng building, meron na po tayong mga trees. Hindi na po yan itil at covered grass, sabi noon. So, mano-mano lang po ginagawa. You will see, we partner with the private sector right now, with Rotary Club, with the Care Best Security. Last time with the government agency, DOH, DNR, nakikipartner kami to give us space and we plan to clear. So yun po ang unang ginagawa ko natin.
Ako si Nolan Ariola, nag-uulat para sa DCRJ 18 AM, ang Radyo Bandido TV.
Maraming salamat, Sir Nolan. Samantala, meron naman tayong report, no, sa kasama nating si Sir Jojo Sikat, no. At Villanueva naglabas ng sama loob sa mga pasaway tuwing may bagyo at kalamidad. Mula sa report ni Sir Jojo Sikat. Sir Jojo, go ahead po. Uy, huwag dyan. Dun. Pare, nagpupo yata o
Hindi maiwasan na maglabas nga ng sama ng loob itong si Senador Joel Villanueva dito sa mga pasaway tuwing panahon ng bagyo. Tinutukoy ni Villanueva na nakatira sa mga malalapit sa mga ilog at dagat na kahit ilang beses napaalalahanan ng lokal na pamahalaan, hindi pa rin nagsisilikas. Ayon kay Villanueva, kapag inabot na sila ng mga baha, nagagalit pa sa gobyerno. Kapag hindi agad nare-rescue na para sila lang mahalaga ang buhay. Ginawa ng senador ang pahayag matapos na masawi ang 5 rescuer ng Bulacan PDRRM o itong Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office ng kasagsagan nga ng Super Typhoon Carding.
Lalo na yung ating mga kababayan na taon-taon na lang tuwing kailangan ng mag-evacuate, ayaw pa rin mag-evacuate. Taon-taon na lang, pagka tumaas na yung tubig, tsaka doon sila hihingi ng tulong, tsaka sila doon hihingi na akala mong parang sila lang ang mahalaga ang buhay. Nakakalungkot, no? Nakakalungkot po kasi taon-taon nangyayari po ito and just so happen na at this time talagang nalagasan tayo ng mga bayani, mga Bulakenyo na nagbuwis ng kanilang buhay para paglingkuran at sagipin ang ating mga kababayan. So,
Payo ni Villanueva, dapat na agad na sumunod ang lahat sa anumang panawagan ng pamahalaan ukol sa paglikas sa mga mapanganib na lugar dahil nalalagay din sa alanganin ang buhay ng mga rescuers para lamang iligtas ang mga hindi agad nagsilikas. Ako, si Jojo Sikat, nagulat para sa DCRJ 10 AM, ang Radyo Bandido TV.
Maraming salamat, Sir Jojo Sikat. Samantala, no, tapos na po ang ating mga reporters, papakilala na po natin ang ating guest for today. No? Actually, she is from New Zealand and I know some people definitely excited to know her. And she is 22 years old, no? And hails from the land of the long white cloud. Ayotera is the newly crowned Miss Earth New Zealand, no? Simlan holds a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and is currently in the process of becoming secondary teacher from Auckland University of Technology. Simran is a fun-loving, hard-working, dedicated person. She grew up with her disabled brother who taught her one of the most important life lessons to accept imperfection and still be happy. Simran has a heart for animals like no other and takes every opportunity to take care and look after them. She has been always nature lover from a very young age. She realized how important it is not to take our Mother Earth for granted and believes the place to start is now with our youth and young children. This is by educating the future generation to do the right things by following the 5 R's to protect and care for all plants and animal species. Anyway, our candidate from Miss Earth, New Zealand, no other than Simran Madan. Hi, Simran.
Hi, mabuhay.
Yes, ayun. Pasensya me. Did you hear the dog? No, keep barking. No? Because I have a lot of dogs here in our house. No? Anyway, before we start, we do know New Zealand. Not all people are familiar with your country, but I hope no through this interview we will learn more no about your country as well. But first, we will just ask no if we're going to visit New Zealand, what are the places would you like no to promote no I mean which is the best place to go there, and what are the food you offered in New Zealand for the tourists? Go ahead, Simran.
Mabuhay Philippines. So if I was to bring you into New Zealand and show you a little bit of my country, the first place I would love to take you to is what we call Milford Sound, which is also called Paradise or Heaven on Earth. So
Mhm.
it's a beautiful natural beauty. It's got rainforests, waterfalls, just greenery, water, all that kind of stuff. I would
Mhm.
also like to take you to Rotorua, which is volcanoes. So it's got geysers, volcanic activity, mud pools that are extremely, really, really good and natural, for our own back pains, all that kind of stuff. And also, I'd love to promote, adventure sports. We're known for our kayaking and also like our water sports. So
Mhm.
sailing, canoeing, fishing. Foods I would promote would be one of the most popular things that we are known for is fish and chips because we love our fish and our seafood. And a very unique dish that we have, a dessert kind of thing, is something we call pavlova. So how it's made is it's made of 4 ingredients. So it's got eggs, cream, butter, and sugar. So like the white part of the eggs. And you literally just put it in a big bowl and you mix it and you mix it and you mix it for about 30 to 40 minutes. You put it into the fridge to set, and then you bring it out, top it up with some kiwi fruit, some berries, whatever you like, and enjoy.
Um, New Zealand is located from Oceania, no, near
Oceania.
Australia.
Yeah.
Is that right? Near
Yes, so
Australia.
we're quite like in the corner of the world.
Oo.
Yeah.
Actually, it's already night. Is it right? Night time in your country.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's evening.
Almost day night. Anyway, how about the pageant available in your country? Is there Miss Universe, Miss Globe, Miss International, Miss Intercontinental, Miss Grand available also in your country?
Yes, there's quite a few quite a few pageants. There is the Miss Universe, you've got your Miss World, obviously we've got our Miss Earth.
Oo.
We promote Miss Earth quite a bit because of our country with its natural beauty and how much we emphasize on these kind of things.
Oo.
Um, and then I think we do have the Miss Globe, Miss Grand International, and things like that. So we do have quite a few. But
Yes,
yeah,
you have a
country.
lot of pageant in your country as well. Anyway,
Yeah.
can we ask why did you choose Miss Earth over this prestigious pageant available in your country?
I think I chose Miss Earth because of the advocacy that Miss Earth stands for, which is for climate change and for the environment. I think
Mhm.
it's one of the most important issues that, we need to be addressing. And it's so like now it's very crucial to address those at the moment. And I have been trying to, be where I am today for the past like 2 or 3 years. And I've just always been so passionate, about nature and about advocating to make it, how it used to be.
Mhm. That's good to hear. No, how about your preparation for this pageant recently? Which is you are more focused into what category?
So preparation overall, I think I am preparing overall. So I've made it a big priority of like my life. So I've got it going alongside my studies.
Mhm.
I'm preparing, my walks and talks, my talent item, getting all my outfits ready, and just preparing, having that kind of positive mindset, really getting my mind into it. And making sure I keep up my healthy lifestyle, exercising, looking after my skin, hair, all that kind of things. So yeah.
Mm. You told us earlier that you're still studying. Is that right?
Yes, I
Mm-mm.
am.
So how did you balance this one, no? And while pageant, you're doing practice on pageant preparation, something like that, and then you're studying as well, no? How did you balance your time through this, no?
Um, I think work-life balance, no matter what you do, is really important. Like organization. So when I'm at school and I'm at studying, I'm fully dedicated. I put in my 100% into that. But
Mm-hmm.
then obviously this is a massive priority of mine too. So whenever I'm doing my pageant things and preparing for that, I'm 100% focused, with those kind of things. So I guess it's organization, managing my time, and keeping my priorities in the right place.
Well, I hope no. Everyone can do the same, no. Like unlike the other queens
Takes
who,
practice. It does take practice.
like the other queens who were just joining the pageant and then studying as well. No? Sometimes I do encounter also they are doing their job uh, while ano, no, joining in the pageant at the same time, no? Which is
Yeah.
very hard from them to do the same, no? Just like what they are doing in study. But sometimes, no, some schools give exemption for those people who are representing their country, no? Not too much, but it depends about the school, no? You are in, no? Because not all the schools are giving exemption, no? For any other student, no? Uh, to give way, no? For the pageant itself, no? Studies also is one of the priority, no? In our life, no? Yeah, we must study to finish our education. Anyway, can I ask also about uh uh mga I mean mga um recent changes, no, or climate changes in your country this year, 2020?
The biggest recent climate change that's occurring within New Zealand would be that of the increased carbon dioxide level. What that's doing is it's impacting our soil, whilst also so it's having soil degradation. Our soil is having a higher, acidity in it, which is also causing deforestation, as well as impacting our waterways, our native biodiversity.
Mm-hmm. And recently, did you experience some disaster that unusual to your country? Not yet, or not yet.
The most unusual thing that's happened would be the extreme weather changes that are happening. So we
Mm-hmm.
recently, I think it was a couple months ago, had really extreme, it was called a red rain, which was like a red warning given out by the government to all of New Zealand saying to stay home because the weather was extremely bad and the winds and the rain could really be dangerous. So that I think would be something unusual to occur.
I see. No? I hope your country will do well, no? And definitely will not suffer just like the other country recently, just like what happened in Pakistan, in some places, just like Mexico and other places who was already no has a flash flood. No, recently due to our storm, there are some rescuers who've been died. No,
Yeah, it
rescuing
breaks my
other.
heart to see what's going on in Philippines at the moment. It literally breaks my heart to see the flooding and all that kind of stuff.
Actually, uh, every storm we had here in the ordinary country, there's always a floods, no, everywhere. No, but not definitely all. At but because of the deforestation and
Mhm.
somehow because of um land mining, and they are trying to uh uh cut no the mountain to give something or sell no some of this land or mines to other
Mhm.
country, no. I hope no it will be it is definitely usual happening in our country, but somehow the people are educated as well, no? So the risks are just minimal. But what happened in Bulacan recently, who died, 5 rescuers, are merely accident because there's a wall who definitely fall from them, no, because of floods. That's why they died. A brick of wall, no, maybe the wall are not well funded. That's why it's break, no, recently. Anyway, before I continue your our interview, I have a reporter here, no, in our Zoom,
Yeah, awesome.
and he has a report with PIO ng Office of Civil Defense Calabarzon, Mr. Calvin Jan Reyes, regarding sa assessment ng nasalantang bagyong Carding sa Polillo Group of Island at iba pang lugar. Wala po sa report ni Sir JR Knight. Sir JR, magandang hapon.
Yes, Mike, magandang hapon sa iyo dyan sa studio at live tayo dito sa bayan ng Real at pagkakataon din natin. Update ito, Mike, regarding dun sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo. Kasama natin si Mayor Kelvin John Reyes na siyang Public Information Officer ng Office of Civil Defense.
Oo, kasama rin natin JR yung aming Miss Earth New Zealand, no, in the studio as well. Ay, in our live today. Makikita mo sa screen mo. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon sa iyo dyan.
Yeah, mabuhay.
Yes, mabuhay. We are here live right in Real Quezon. Right now, we are going to have an update from the Office of the Civil Defense by Kelvin John Reyes, the Public Information Officer ng Office of the Civil Defense. Sir, good afternoon. Live po tayo sa DCRJ nationwide. Kasama po natin si Mike at saka yung ating panauhin sa studio. At kumusta na po ang update sa nasalanta po ng bagyo ng bagyong Carding dito po sa area ng Calabarzon, sa particular dito sa Polillo Group of Island and Real Infant and General Cancer. Pwede po may bagay sa amin sa inyo pong assessment?
Minsan natin magandang hapon sa ating mga nanonood, nakikinig na kantabay sa pamagitan ng lahat ng platforms actually, no? At napakalaki ng nararating nitong balita at itong mga information na dulot nitong sa ngayon, dito sa Calabarzon, as of kanina, na updating natin na umaga, ay meron pa rin tayo na mga kababayan natin. Total na affected natin is 10,175 families na total ng 40,937 na pamilya. Bagaman, out of those 10,000, medyo kalakihan yung nasa evacuation center. No? Katunayan, 9,921 mga pamilyang yun ay nasa evacuation center. Higit kumulang 39,594 yan katao. Pagdating naman dun sa mga lifelines natin, meron tayong napabalita na isinarang kalsada dito sa area ng Ternate na Cebu. Pero binuksan din siya bilang preemptive ito kasi may mga landslide in sa area. At ngayon, out of the 56 barangays, meron na tayong 37 na na-restore. Pero majority ng mga populasyon natin ay restored naman ng kanilang energy. No, pagdating sa communication, problema lang tayo sa isla. Pero sa ngayon, sila ay nakakontak. At running naman ang ating communication. Yung mga pantala natin, operational na rin at resume na rin lahat ng biyahe. Pagdating naman sa damage sa agrikultura, meron na tayong na-report total 86 million worth of damages sa 5 probinsya ng Calabarzon. At siyempre, mga naipahatid natin tulong naman sa mga pamilya, umabot na siya 376,670. At sa katunayan, nakapagpapigay na tayo 13,300 na family totals.
Okay. Sir Calvin John, maraming salamat sir at kayo ilipat na. Mike, balik sa iyo sa studio. Lilipat na sila, pupunta na sila doon sa Polillo Group of Island para tumalapag na yung chopper sa oras na ito.
Lalapag na yung chopper. Yeah. Ingat kayo dyan, Sir JR, at maraming salamat. Yun, that was the report, no, live report when still, no, they are looking for they're still assessing, no, for some people are missing, or definitely someone's died, no, they are still not actually rescuing but assessing the impact of the storm, no, in their place, no, in Polillo Islands in Quezon, because this is the first provinces who've been hit by the Noru storm, no, recently, no, that was the international name, Noru, super typhoon Noru. Actually, in our country, there's a lot of uh, typhoons coming over, around maybe 20, or sometimes the less is 10 a year. But not all is super typhoon. Some are tropical depression. Some are just monsoon rain, something like that. So people are somehow they are immune, no, in rain. Sometimes even there's a storm, they can sip a coffee outside. Even there's a strong wind or something like that. They are very immune on that, no. Sometimes they can play games with the rain as well, no. Some people are having fun. I mean, in not. I mean, there's no person will having fun with super typhoon, but when there's an ordinary ordinary storm, they can play with, no, with the rain, no, but not the super typhoon, because it has strong winds and they can definitely kill someone, no. But somehow, no, our government are asking for the people to cooperate, no, when they've been asked to leave their houses and go to the center to gather and take them safe. Unfortunately, some people will not listen. No? They think, no, we can do that. We can survive, no, without the help of the government. And then disaster comes in. Many people died, something like that, because they are not listening, no, for the government uh, information that, no, there is a disaster. There is a super typhoon coming in, no, in our country. That was the problem. No? But now, no, I think the only on the latest report, no, only 5 persons died in this typhoon, which is the 5 rescuer recently. Actually, like I said, no, it is an accident, not an actual. I mean, search and rescue operation. Then they died through floods or whatsoever. They died because a wall falls in their in this 5 person, no? And then 6 are missing after that because of flash flood, something like that, no. But they are well trained. But what happened then is an accident. Anyway, I will have a question here, no. If ever, no, if ever you had you're given a chance to have a power, a power.
The power
uh,
now.
anyway, which power do you want to have it?
Well, I think the power I would want to honestly have would be like just to make peace in the world. Like I know it's probably not what you're expecting. You're probably expecting me to say like invisibility or something like that. But I think one of the greatest powers is having unity and having peace. So that's the power I would like to have, is to create, the whole world to come together as one, both in the good times and the bad times.
Mm-hmm. If ever you will use it to whom?
Mhm. I would use it for where there isn't. Like, I think there is quite a lot of, political things going on. There's a lot of, wars, all those kind of, negative things that are occurring in the world at the moment. So I would love to use them for those people that, just to kind of bring us all together and make us all realize that we, at the end of the day, we are all, God's children, and we should all, be together rather than fighting and, you know, creating disasters.
Yes. Actually, the fight between Russia and Ukraine are still in, no? And
Yeah,
for me, I'm still praying that this war will end, no? In a leisure time, no? But unfortunately, started this year and still, no? Or going to October and they're still fighting, no? And somehow, no? Some people blaming Ukraine, no? Through this. But if you will make your open mind, you will see, no? They just want to be liberated, no? From their country, and they are uh, uh, fighting for their freedom. Is that right, Simran?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I do agree. I think it is, yeah, I wouldn't have a personal opinion on this kind of thing, but I just think overall war and war violence isn't the answer.
Yes,
You know, if there is political issues between countries, I think there's so many better ways to, you know, talk it through and so many more, you know, not violent ways to solve problems.
yes. No, and I agree with you as well. No, I'm hoping our prayers have been answered that it will end
Yeah.
soon, as soon as, no, so that no casualties will be made, no, through other people, especially Ukrainian and Russian people as well. No, I do know they're just following orders, no, to came in and come to Ukraine, no, to fight. But I think, no, in their own opinion, they will not. They will not. I mean, they are not like to fight as well, no, for just for conquering a country without any valid reason. Anyway, meron pa yata tayong report. Hold on. Sorry. I think I thought we have another report. Anyway, I'll ask you another question. It's about I prepare some question here, and I hoping it's okay to you when I ask this I don't know question. I actually no, I didn't give question to anyone. If ever ask me what is the question, usually I told them it's about you, your country, your preparation, your pageant, your advocacy. Anyway, can you tell us more about advocacy while I'm choosing the question that I want to ask to you?
So my advocacy is now creates the future. I believe it's so important that, you know, we and the future, like the current generation, are the role models for what's coming up next. And it's so important, you know, to teach our young children the importance of, you know, climate change, the importance for making those, you know, impacts by using, you know, the 5 R's and educating them to use them on a daily basis. So it ends up becoming, you know, a daily habit and an everyday life kind of thing, rather than something that really needs to be, you know, emphasized and brought up again and again. So that is my advocacy: is to educate the young generation because they are the future. So to educate them, and yeah,
Okay. And I hope no our advocacy will also no be heard no by
yes,
not only your country but the rest of the world. No, actually, most of the advocacy of Miss Earth Twins are almost the same happening in their country, in every country in the world. No, deforestation, lack of protection from animals, no, and destroying some environmental tawag ito, God-made um, mountain, forest, something like that, no, and they're just no destroying it. Some are people also have a problem with their waters, no, just like dynamite fishing or poisoning, no, through the ano the our water. I mean, the sea or the lake. Sometimes no, they put some poison in order to catch fish, no? Which is not really good because it may pass no to the person who will eat it. That's right. No? And then somehow um some people also um throw their waste no to the lake and sea. That's why some fish eat it, especially plastic, which they can harm, no, the fish or the marine uh, mammals, no, available in their area, no, including, no, um, yung I mean the waste that's been thrown everywhere, no, not only in water but also in land, no. So that's why we need to talk about it. And also one of the problem that we are facing all over the world, no, every country is also the pollution, no. Some are using CF2 and CO2, which is can definitely no, harm our ozone layers. I do remember, no, I'm asking my teachers in science why the hairspray can affect the ozone layer. It's too far, no, from my hair. No, I told them, Mom, it's too far from my hair. No, the the ozone layer is far, no, from ano. He said, no, the chemical effect, no, may absorb, no, and can also affect, no, the ozone layer. I was wondering how many people using hairspray, including the salon. No? Would you believe hairspray can damage also the ozone layer?
I think so because hairspray is chemicals. So
Yeah.
anything that's to do with chemicals, I guess, is just bad for air pollution and environment in general.
Mm,
Unless you're using very organic kind of things. But
mm,
overall, hairsprays, yeah, I think it's the small things that sometimes you don't realize you do every
mm.
day that are actually affecting the environment. So yeah, I think so.
As a Miss Earth, no? Like, can I ask, no? I was so curious. Most of the beauty queens want to the hair done, I mean, very well, no? And I know some of the beautician or you're the one who handling your hair will also use hairspray. Would you tell them no? Don't use hairspray. Or is it okay for you? Some of your makeup artists using sorry, your your hair hairdresser, yeah, the hairdresser use hairspray in your hair.
So here in New Zealand, I think what makes me really proud is I use a lot of natural and organic products. So when
Mm,
even as a Miss Earth or even before that, I always, for both hair and makeup,
mm,
always use my natural products.
mm,
So things that were very organic, things that are actually, cruelty free, that are good for the environment. So I'm still, doing my makeup, doing my hair, and I may be still, using the hairspray, but as long as my hairspray isn't, dangerous chemicals that are affecting the environment, I think it's okay.
mm.
Not
Yeah,
using this.
yes, definitely. I agree with you that it's okay, but somehow, no, I hope your government food and drugs, no, authority will check the ingredients of that product first, no, before it can claims, no, it was very organic, because some people or some company, they're just using the words organics in order for them to sell their products, no. I hope your government are strict, no, through that by checking the ingredients, no, the ingredients of your product before they called it organics, no. Somehow, no, I've seen there's also a lot of foods, no, using chemicals. Do you think is it safe, especially when children love it? No, sometimes food processes foods, no, mostly they're using chemicals onto it, and some are made of snacks and drinks, which they're using and chemicals as well. Do you think is it safe? Uh, for you, no, as a Miss Earth Twins, would you somehow someday are also asking, no, that we will use organics or natural, no, for the food that we are taking in, so that the children will not affect, no, or the actually not only the children but also the elders, no, which is very risky for them, no, for the food they are eating, no. Would you agree with me, or or not?
I definitely agree. I do agree that, you know, commercially there is a lot of, you know, chemicals that are being used on, you know, things like fruit and vegetables, which I think, you know, why not go out and pick some oranges off the tree? You know, like I have orange trees, all sorts of, I love growing my own fruit and vegetables at home. So I will, you know, use my cucumbers for my garden, my cauliflower, broccolis, all that kind of stuff. And I think you can't get more natural than that. And that in itself would be what I would promote as, you know, I'm the queen, is to go for the real organic fresh stuff rather than chemicals, because you may not really know. They might not affect you now, but I'm sure there's some scientific, there's a reason why they're called chemicals, right? Because they can
Mm.
affect you later on and you would have no idea that it's maybe because of all the chemicals that I've had with the processed food, is what's causing these things such as cancer. You know, you never know what is really causing these kind of health issues. So I think organic, keeping it fresh, keeping it, you know, real, you can't get better than that, really. And
Yeah.
you know, in New Zealand, we love doing that. We love, you know, our pickings, like our fruit pickings. We've got vegetable pickings, and we really like to promote that for kids as
Mm.
well as elderly.
Mm. Actually, I'm very I mean, uh, thinking, it's just alarm also, to see some children been addicted, in snacks, especially food snacks that can be buy in stores, and then some foods, in can, which is definitely somehow, has chemicals as well, as preservatives, and some drinks is using chemical as well, no. Maybe the government should promote, we can use natural fruits for the drinks, they can make the shake with it,
Yeah, make
using
fresh fruit juice if you
fresh
feel like
fruit juice. Yes,
yeah,
fresh
exactly. Yeah.
uh, fresh fruit juice for the kids, which will
Yeah.
benefit them a true vitamin. I do agree, there's nutrition facts behind these products, but I'm not very um, definitely assured, that you can have that nutrition versus, the natural one, which is the natural vegetable, natural fruits, something like that. It will benefit you. I would say, it's definitely good, for the kids, which if you will
Yeah.
give them a fresh food, a fresh, a fresh vegetable as well. No, somehow, I was thinking also the food has been processed through frying are not definitely safe. No, would you agree with me or not?
And so the food that's processed through frying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think oil is a massive, you know, frying in the same oil is, you know, as a science student, we research things like obesity and things like why fry when you can grill? You
Mm-mm.
know, I
Yes.
can probably just chuck it in an oven, and that would be so much more healthier, packs all your nutrients, and you know, gives you everything that you need. When it's the same thing, I put it in a fryer, you've
Mm-mm.
kind of lost it all, and you've just soaked it in a lot of fat and oil.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it might taste better, but I guess I beg to differ. Like I prefer my oven baked things than
Yes,
my
no, that's oven baked. It is very,
yeah.
good for health as well. Anyway, I have a question before we ask you to thank your people who help you from this pageant.
Mhm.
Um, Nowadays, as we see, there's a lot of young women who around 12, 13, 14, 15, who definitely became a young mom. No, they
Mhm.
get pregnant in a young age. I don't know with the the numbers in your country, but in our country it's alarming. No, what would you advise for the teens? No, for them not going to be pregnant in their early age.
Well, it's a bit of a tough one. I think what I would like to tell them, I mean, personally, I kind of stand quite against it. I think there's a right time and age to do these kind of things. I think there's an age. Like I believe in marriage first, before kids. So I think there's always a right time for these kind of things. But if, you know, the young child has, you know, either made a mistake, or has, you know, had a young kid, I think that's on, it's a personal opinion kind of thing. I think it's a very tricky kind of place. I would definitely advocate for living your best life, you know, enjoying your teenage years, and, you know, things can come back later. But at the end of the day, I think their body, their choice, and that's what they've decided. And if them and their family is supportive of that, then that's absolutely amazing. But yeah, personally, I think this is the right time.
Actually, no, same here, no. Actually, they're like what you said, no, your body, your rules, no. But definitely, sorry, you must take care also of your body as well, no. Since your parents are taking care of you since you are young, no. Kindly give them a respect, no, as well, no. Do it in the right age, no. So enjoy your young, or being teens as well, no. Enjoy your life, being teens, no. So if ever you're doing these things, I think you will better do it in the right age, no. I think on my own opinion, no. But like what you said, your body, your rules, but still, no, we're hoping that someday, no, you will realize it will be better if you'll do it in the right age, no,
In the
not
right
in, yeah, not in your youngest age as well, no. Anyway, we'll give you opportunity to thank those people who helped you in this pageant. Go ahead, Simran.
Awesome. So I actually, first of all, would love to thank my God, for giving me opportunity, making me, you know, the person I am today, shaping me to who I am. The second of all, I would love to thank my parents and my brothers, my family and friends, for always being my backbone, my support, always been there for me and believed in me no matter what. I would also love to say a huge thank you to the Miss Earth New Zealand organisation, especially Mila Manuel, who's believed in me no matter what, who's literally been through my whole journey so far, encouraged me, supported me, guided me, with all the right things. I would also just like to extend a huge thank you to the videographers, photographers, cast and crew, backstage, hairdressers, all those people that have, you know, been part of my journey and have supported me and always just been kind of in the sideline, being my little cheer tag team. So yeah, I'd love to thank all those people. And last shout out, obviously, I have to, goes out to my little doggy. And obviously has to go out one to him, just being my absolute companion, keeping me sane, keeping me happy, keeping me active. But yeah. And thank you to all of Philippines. Thank you to all of Philippines. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I extend my heart out to all you guys. For getting to know me, all the people I got to meet in Philippines. I've still got my back, which is absolutely incredible. To all you guys, so a huge thank you to the Filipinos, as well as all my Kiwis back home in Aotearoa. So thank you.
Well, we will see you in November. No, I hope I can see
I'm
you
so
also
excited.
as well.
I can't wait.
Anyway, thank you very much, Simran, and I hope you
Thank
enjoy
you.
our interview. And definitely, no, somehow some people will learn, no, through our talks, no, and they can realize sometimes that they need to protect their environment, no.
Definitely.
And thank you very much for being here, and all the people from New Zealand. Hello and good evening to all of you. And I hope you're enjoying enjoying our show. Anyway, thank you very much, Zimran. At abangan nyo kami uli bukas sa ganap ng alas 2 hanggang 3 ng hapon dito lang sa DCRJ 10 AM ang Radyo Bandido TV. Susunod na po yung programang SOS ni kasamang Johnny Gomez. Maraming salamat po at magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much, Zimran. Thank you very much, New Zealand people. Thank you very much, Philippines. Bye-bye. Thank you.
The views